Good girl. The time is here. Skye has mastered the first stage of obedience, leash manners and verbal command response. Skye has mastered the second stage of obedience, focus and silent command response. Now it is time for your dog to learn canine good citizen, being good around people, other dogs, and distractions. We've taken your dog to the park to get her in a real world environment where she's around other people, other dogs, kids playing in the field, and your dog has done spectacular. She stayed by our side and she stayed obedient throughout. What I have here is cones in the room. What we want to do is simulate a crowded environment. These are simulating people in a park. If you're taking your dog for a walk downtown, this would be a simulation of that. Your dog needs to learn how to properly behave in an environment. It's not something that just comes naturally with them. Heel, good girl. Whenever you're walking your dog in a crowded environment and there's other dogs, you always want to be on the inside to where the other dog is. You never want to let the two dogs cross paths. So say this was the other dog. You want to be between your dog and that other dog. You never want to let them get head to head with each other. Over here we have a cone that I purposely put close to a wall. Sometimes you'll be in an area where only one person can get through. You're not going to be able to go through together. The proper way when you're with your dog to do that is for you to step through first and then let the dog come through afterwards. Good girl. A lot of times in obedience, you'll see trainers do figure eights. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Heel. The reason for figure eights is so that your dog learns that she has to stay by your side regardless. Come on. Regardless if you're on the inside or on the outside, whether you're taking right turns or left turns. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. She's a little apprehensive because she's not sure, but she's doing just fine. Sit. Stay. What I'm doing is I'm putting treats on the floor. The idea behind this exercise is that whatever is on the ground, your dog is not allowed to just go and automatically pick it up. You're working in the kitchen on a piece of raw chicken or pork, and you drop the piece on the floor. You don't want your dog snatching it up off the ground and putting that in his mouth and taking a chance of getting sick. Same thing as outside. You don't know what kind of poisons and trash is on the ground. We don't want your dog taking that stuff and putting it in his mouth. So we have to teach your dog to properly deal with that. Heel. When we walk by, we're going to tell your dog, leave it. No, leave it. Good girl. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, heel. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Stay. Down. No. Down. Good girl. Stay. Now you would never take that raw chicken or pork and tempt your dog to take it. But for the sake of this exercise, we're going to tempt your dog. I'm going to take the treat and put it up near him. He's not allowed to take it, but if he goes for it, I'm going to correct him. Leave it. Good. No, leave it. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. She wants to take it. No, leave it. She wants to take it, but she knows that if she goes for it, that she's going to be corrected. Good girl. Good girls. Leave it. Good girl. Now, if I wanted to give her the treat, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to teach her something new. Everything we do with your dog now is either an opportunity to teach your dog something new or to reinforce something that your dog already has learned. In this case, we want to teach your dog to only take food out of our left hand. So sit, come on, sit, stay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer the treat out of my right hand. No. Good girl. Now I'm going to take it and put it in my left hand. Easy. Good girl. And just like that. This teaches your dog some fundamental things. One, it teaches your dog the difference between the right and the left. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is important. And it's a good trick that you can teach, you can show off to people with. Two, it gives us another chance to assert our leadership by using the no command. And three, it poison proofs your dog to a point. Most people are right-handed. They're going to offer your dog a treat out of the right hand. Your dog is going to be apprehensive about taking out of the right hand. Sit. So once again, I'm going to offer out of my right. No. I'll even try to fake her out. No. No. No, take left hand, easy. Good girl. We're going to reset the room right now, and then we're going to bring out a couple of dogs and show you how to get your dog to respond well when there's other dogs in the area, such as a dog park or a public park that you're just going to take your dog for a walk in. Good girl. Let's go take and reset the room. Good girl. Sit. So what you see now is we have two other dogs in the room. We've got Brody and we've got Rascal. They're both really excited to be out here playing. It's just like going to a dog park. You never want to just let your dog loose in a dog park and say, go have a good time. You always want to scope the area out first, get a feel for what the situation is like. You don't know if there's an aggressive dog out there that poses a threat to your dog, or if there's an overly excited dog that that's going to intimidate your dog. So you always want to check the situation out first. So you're going to walk up to these dogs. Come on. You're going to get a feel for what the situation is like. These dogs all know each other, so we know they all get along. Good girl. No, off. Now, if we were to get a growl, or we notice that your dog is getting intimidated, our only recourse is that we have your dog on leash. We can back out to safety. If we have a dog that's aggressive, we never want to turn around and turn our back and head towards that gate. We don't know if that dog's going to charge us. We always want to back away, bring our dog with us. Stay calm, patient, assertive, and consistent, and you'll win this race. If you allow your frustrations or your anxiousness to get to you, and you start raising your voice and you start showing that fear, your dog is going to read that, and the likelihood of a dog fight has become 100 times more likely than if you remained calm, patient, assertive, and consistent. So make sure that if you feel like there's going to be a dog fight, come on guys. If you see that there's going to be a dog fight, that you back away, stay calm and patient, assertive and consistent, and you'll be able to make it to that gate and out. You have no control over what those other dogs are going to do. If they charge you, the only safety that you're going to have is the fact that you've got your dog with you. Now we see we have a good environment. Good baby. We have a good environment. The dogs all get along. We want our dog to have a good time now. Now we can let the dog off leash and let him go and have fun. Good girl. Skye has mastered the AKC Canine Good Citizen course. The rest is now up to you. You only get out of Skye what you put into her, so make sure you practice with her every day for a minimum of 15 minutes. More if you can, but 15 minutes at a minimum. Remember the 4 keys to leadership: calm, patience, assertiveness, and consistency. Take your time and have fun with your dog. If you have any issues with your dog, where she stops listening to commands or develops a bad behavior and you're not sure how to deal with it, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. It's easier to fix a bad behavior than it is to fix a bad habit. So don't wait for a bad behavior to turn into that bad habit because you weren't sure whether or not to give us a call. My name is Tom Hunt Jr., and as a master trainer for Eagle Canine Academy, it has been my honor and pleasure to be your trainer for Skye, and I wish you the best of luck. Good girl, Skye. Good girl. Now it's time for you to go home and be a great companion for your new family. Good girl. Good girl.